Happy Friday. You've made it to the last day of this school week. Well, this is week 3 that we've been doing our learning at home. And I hope that you've been working really hard. I've seen so much of your good work that your parents have sent me, and it's been awesome and made my heart really glad to see how hard you're working. Even though you're not with me in the classroom, you're still doing your very best to learn and to grow and to be ready to be a second grader in just a few short months. We're going to do a little activity today with your hundreds chart, so I hope that you have that handy. If you don't, remember you can pause the video and either go make one or print one off the computer or find yours if you know where it is. But we're just going to be practicing looking for some numbers using our 100 chart. If you have a little special counter that maybe you want to use to jump around on the number chart, maybe a little figurine or a little tiny stuffy, or maybe you want to just use a piece of cereal or a special snack that you might be having right now while you're doing your math, you can do that. So go find your hundreds chart, make sure you have that ready, and then we're going to hop around on it a little bit, okay? All right, so you've got your hundreds chart here, okay? And I don't know what you have to kind of be jumping around on your hundreds chart, but you can pretend with whatever that you have. I'm going to pretend that I have some animals because, you know, I like reading and learning about animals. I'm going to use my marker to kind of point and jump around. You can use whatever you're using. If I had some Cheerios or maybe some M&Ms, if Mr. Hoffman didn't eat them all, I might use some M&Ms. But I think he ate them all. We're going to have to get another bag for him. So I'm going to use my marker, and I'm going to pretend that my marker is just some different animals. And we're going to start first with Mr. Tiger. And Mr. Tiger is going to start on the number 53. Can you find 53 on your hundreds chart? All right, put Mr. Tiger on 53. And Mr. Tiger is going to move forward 3 spaces, 3 ones. Can you jump and show me what number he's going to land on? He's going to move on 3 ones. You want to count with me? 1, 2, 3. That's right, Mr. Tiger should be living on 56. Let's change our animal now. Keep it exciting. Let's say Mr. Elephant is joining in the jumps. And let's put Mr. Elephant up on number 27. Can you find the number 27 on your chart? Ooh, you guys are fast. Okay, there's 27. And Mr. Elephant, he's going to move back 2 ones. He's going to move back. So think about that. Does that mean our number is going to get bigger or smaller? That's right, it's going to get smaller. So he's on 27. He's going to move back 2 ones. What number do you think he's going to land on? Sounds right. Let's try it. There's 1 1 and 2 ones. What number is he on? That's right. He's on number 25. Great job. All right, let's change our animal again. Let's have Mr. Bear join the party. And Mr. Bear is going to start on number 22 this time. See if you can find 22. All right, now Mr. Bear thinks he's really smart. So he's going to move on 4 tens. 4 tens. Whew, that's a lot. Okay, he's going to count on 4 tens from 22. All right, so remember, our ones place number is going to stay the same, but that tens place number is going to change. So remember, he's going to go down 10 to 32. That's 1 10. 2 tens to 42. 3 tens to 52. 4 tens to 62. Did you see how that worked? Let's try to look at that again. So Mr. Bear started on 22, and he's going to move forward 4 tens. Okay? Now remember, our ones place number stays the same. The tens place number is the one that's going to change. So he starts on 22, 1 10 to 32, 2 tens to 42, 3 tens to 52, 4 tens to 62. Did you see how our tens place number kept getting bigger by 1 till we landed on 62? Great job. okay? So that's something that you can practice with your adult that's at your house, doing some numbers. Pretend they're animals or whatever you want to pretend, and just jump around. Have that adult ask you to move forward some numbers, move backwards some numbers by ones, and then also don't forget to practice the tens. I know the tens can be a little bit more tricky, but see if you can do it. All right, keep that hundreds chart handy because you're probably going to need that as we do 3 workbook pages today. So you can set your hundreds chart down. Make sure that you have your math workbook, and we're going to start on page 121. All right, now, it's really nice, this page. It has a hundreds chart on there for you. Notice this chart stops at 100. We've been practicing with a chart to 120 because you guys are so super duper smart. I figured you could do it all the way to 120, but take it a little easy here and just, you can look at the chart just to 100. So it asks you to complete the equations. That's what those directions say up there. And your equations are down here. Now, these are a little bit tricky, so don't get discouraged or think it's too hard or give up. If you struggle a little bit, look at your number chart, and then you can also ask an adult for help, okay? This is practice. Mrs. Hoffman is not expecting you to know how to do it perfectly because for some of you, this may be the first time that you've counted like this before. So take it easy on yourself, but do work hard and try your very, very best, okay? So you've given a number, and then it's asking you to count on from that number either by 10. Ooh, this one says by 30. Now notice this one, you're taking away. You're getting smaller. So your number's going to be 20 smaller, okay? So use these clues to help you. That's a little bit of a tricky page, but you can do it. All right, after you give your brain a good workout on page 121, guess what? You're going to do some more on page 122. You've got some equations here, and remember, use that hundreds chart. You can use the one on page 121, the page just before, or you can use your other hundreds chart that Mrs. Hoffman gave you, okay? But see if you can solve these equations by counting forward and counting back by ones or tens. All right, one more page for this day. Okay, first thing you have to do at the top, you have to finish filling in my number chart. It starts at 61 and it goes to 100, but you'll see there are a few blank spaces in there. Oh, can't have any blank spaces when we're using a hundreds chart. So fill in those missing numbers, make sure it's all complete. And then you can use this hundreds chart to answer these questions. Be careful, read very carefully, because sometimes it asks you for 1 more, or 10 more, or 1 less, or 10 less. So be very careful and make sure you're reading accurately. All right, you've got some good math exercises to do today. Your brain should be really strong after you get done doing today's math work. I hope you have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.